Morning's February 25th, so we're going to read Proverbs 25. Jazzy's going to read some this morning since we have a 2-hour delay. This is titled More Proverbs of Solomon. Go ahead.
These are more Proverbs of Solomon, compiled by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. Remove the dross from the silver, and a silversmith can produce a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, "Come up here," than for him to humiliate you before his nobles. What you have seen with your eyes do not bring hastily to court. For what will you do in the end if your neighbor puts you to shame? If you take your neighbor to court, do not betray another's confidence, or the one who hears it may shame you, and the charge against you will stand. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a ruling rightly given. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is the rebuke of a wise judge to a listening ear. Like a snow-cooled drink at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to the one who sends him. He refreshes the spirit of his matter. Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts of gifts never given. Through patience a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you will vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you and they will hate you.
Okay. Now, the reason why I wanted your face shown is just in case they can't hear you and they can read your lips. Okay? Alright. Do you want me to go or do you want to finish?
You.
Okay. You gotta stay here though. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to hear it too. Alright? If your enemy is hold on. Verse 18. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is resilience on the unfaithful in time of trouble. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured out on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Doesn't mean literally. Like a north wind that brings unexpected rain, is a sly tongue, which provokes a horrified look. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Okay, that's that. But okay, I wanted to talk about, if your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. To me, it's that, like, there's people that I consider, like, yeah, they're brothers, but they're kind of like not. I love them for God, but as a man, I don't like them at all. Okay, but I remember one time I was like, I'm gonna blow up on this person. I'm gonna snap on this person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell him how I feel about him. I'm gonna tell him what he is. You know what I mean? But that's judging. But I didn't. And then I had gone outside and he had come out and given me all this stuff. You know what I mean? And he can't buy me. He knows this. But I still felt terrible because I had all these thoughts about hurting his feelings and making him feel bad for what he did. And he brought me a gift instead, and it just made me feel terrible. That's what I mean by, that's what I think of, in doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, like in guilt. You know what I mean? That's how I take it. Yeah, there's plenty of times, like when I've been mad at Christina, I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm going to yell at them. She's tired of her not doing it. And then I get home, she's cleaning the house. I'm like, oh, wow. And so I just feel like, you know, I'm always reminded of that verse. You know what I mean? But, alright, that's it for now. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you either later or tomorrow. Say bye, Jazzy.